reckless, mouth so reckless, mouth so reckless, mouth so reckless, mouth so reckless.
Pheasant out, Pluto. Pheasant out,
So don't
Pluto.
get offended, cause they skip the realist. And did I mention that there's no pretending, no.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Mouse So Reckless.
Mouse so reckless.
Mouse So Reckless. Hey. On this one, we have a special guest, this beautiful young lady by the name of Sakari.
Sakari, Ari.
And we will be discussing the good, the bad, and the ugly, pros and cons of social media and the impact that it has. So, with that being said, first, Sakari, I'd like to ask you, what kind of impact do you think social media has on, like, I'll especially like say people around your age, because she's 18. So I think that you guys are more in tune, you guys are better savvy in things with social media and the computer. So what impact do you think it has on your life?
I think it has a huge impact on a lot of teenagers' lives.
In what way?
Bruh, no, I can't do this.
Why? You already
I'm
started.
over it. I need a script.
Why do you need a script? Okay, can I just put the bloopers in?
Sure.
Sakari, you was so ready.
Yeah, it was.
Well, what happened?
I don't know. I don't know how to talk about get into the specifics. I thought it was gonna go differently.
How do you want it to go?
I don't know. This is exactly what happened when I was doing my YAP meeting and we were talking about how San Bernardino could be better.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So when you see, so like let's say you're scrolling through social media and you're seeing like videos, like I know people do a lot of videos like tutorials, makeup tutorials and stuff like that. And those are cool. But what about when you see girls that are doing the makeup that maybe have been through things and have scars or burns and stuff like that, and they're covering it up? How does that make you feel? How do you look at that?
Well, usually in the video they show their scars and their like deformities before they put the makeup on. I think it's something that empowers them. But they show their real selves at the beginning most of the time.
Mm-hmm. So
And they show themselves, which a lot of people on social media don't do. They just show the good side, show the positives. So, yeah.
So you feel like that's a good thing then, because people are showing their flaws. They're showing, okay.
The real them, huh?
Yeah.
Because it's so superficial.
Yeah, everything on social media is superficial.
Mm-hmm.
You're just showing the good moments of your life. You know, you don't really show the bad. You don't show the ugly. You just show what you want other people to see. And after a while of being on social media, you think everybody has like this good life. Mm-hmm. Everyone has like, they're going on vacations. They're doing this. They're living this type of life. And you look at yourself and you kind of feel like, why am I not this yet?
Mm-hmm.
Why haven't I done this yet? Why am I not like them? I feel like in that way social media can be very crippling. Because what do you do when you procrastinate? You go on social media when you feel bad. You go on social media and it can be a motivation killer. And it can have negative effects on your self-esteem.
What do you have as far as social media? Do you have like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook?
I did before I lost my phone at Shantae's birthday party. I did have Instagram and TikTok. And when I was bored, I would post on there sometimes. Whatever. There was a long time before I even posted on social media because I don't know. I don't know.
What about TikTok though? TikTok has like a lot of inspirational videos now. Do you watch those ones?
Yeah, they have a lot of inspirational videos and have videos about body positivity, about
Y'all know I'm the worst. I'm sorry.
Sit down.
I forgot to set the timer. I'm sorry. I'm the worst at this. I do it every time. I'm sorry. Carry on.
They have videos about body positivity and like mental health awareness and all that. There's really beautiful communities on TikTok, but there's also a lot of questionable challenges. It's not just like the dance challenges anymore. They have challenges where they're like, oh, what's the other one?
That
Was
crate one.
That what?
That crate one.
That crate one?
The crate one
when
when
they
everybody was
walking on the crates.
walking on top of the crates. Did you see that one?
No.
They had some crates, like, you know, the crates from the grocery store? Like, they have, like, the fruit. Is that what the...
Yeah,
they
they
have,
bring
like,
the
like
fruit,
the black
and
little
they stack
small
them up
crates.
into, like, a
Almost like those
pyramid.
little small baskets. Well, they stack them up like a pyramid, like she said, it goes up to the top, comes down on the other side. And they paying people, like, people off the streets mainly, to walk over this pyramid that wobbles, and then people fall. And I see people
everybody's hurting
like
themselves,
break
breaking
their
backs.
ankles, bust their back. I
Teeth
seen
are
one
falling
lady
out.
head started bleeding from the back of her head, and then they get so mean. They're actually, like, I've seen a couple of homeless people do it, a couple of people that's on drugs, and they'll go and kick the middle of it
Oh, I saw that too.
and just
They
let
kicked.
them
They waited
fall.
till this guy got all the way to the top and kicked it, and he like fell. His back hit a couple of crates, and he
Yeah, I
fell and hit
seen
his head. Mm-hmm.
It's just so sad, so sad,
Yeah.
so sad.
These trends can be like really cruel, and it's all about the views. The reason he kicked it from under the thing while he was right up there is because he knew he was gonna get that views. So it's about attention, negative or bad. That's what a lot of people on social media, whether it's good or bad attention,
They don't
Right.
care.
they
who
don't
they
care.
hurt.
They don't care.
Yeah,
Right.
They don't care who they hurt, and I feel like too, social media is desensitizing everyone. Like it used to be a time where if you saw somebody getting jumped or getting beat up really bad, like you had a problem with that. You would cringe, and people would argue to get it off of TV and off of the news clips. They would even censor the news to where they would say like, okay, we're just want to give you a heads up. This is very hard to look at, so if you're sensitive to these type of things, don't watch it. And it was regulated. And now there's like no filters, no regulating, no any. It's just like a free for all.
You're
There's
seeing
like
people
a
getting
lot of
killed on
fights.
social media now.
There's a lot of fight Instagram pages.
Oh, I've seen some of them. I seen the one, he light skinned dude. He got curly hair, and he ended up having to fight with another YouTuber at the park. You know what I'm talking about?
No,
But
He was
has
younger,
some-
right?
No, they about the same age.
Oh.
The two dudes was about
And
the
they
same
met at
age,
the
but
park,
they
and there
met
was
at the
like
park.
other YouTubers there too.
And they was filming it or whatever. But the one dude, I know that he has like, you know, it's a whole group of them. They fight, and you know, he pays them, I don't know, about $1,000 or something, and they go so many rounds, and you know.
And
But in a
that's
way,
wonderful to me.
I
Drama
look
is
at
what
it.
gets the most
So,
views.
I look at that both ways, because sometimes some people need to get some aggression off. So if that's the way you're gonna do it in a fair way where it's being regulated, opposed to going and doing something, you know, like killing somebody or something. If you have aggression and it's being regulated, you guys have a controlled fight. Sometimes it might be good
I don't
depending
feel
on
like it's a
what it's-
controlled fight because
It
it's
is.
just a group of people. It's no medics on standby or nothing.
Well,
So if somebody gets hit wrong and they get knocked out or get hit to where they fall on the cement and their head is busted open, those people are not gonna run to help. They're gonna run with their cameras and record, like, ooh, he down,
yeah,
he down.
that's true, but it's
And
better
there's
than
no
having a
medical,
fight
so like,
with than just having a regular fight, though.
but see, I feel like it's just bad or worse. Because we're out here putting together these fights where people can get really physically hurt, and a lot of times the people don't want to fight, but they're YouTubers, they're big in social media, they don't want to get talked about on social media, so they get baited into having these fights that they're a lot of times afraid to have.
I know these people.
Then
will
they
fight.
get out there. Well, of course they do, and they would appear like. I mean, I'm pretty sure all of them don't. Some do, but I'm pretty sure all of them don't want to fight. But you get baited. They, you know, because they have the beefs online on YouTube where they're talking. Oh, I called him out. He didn't show up. He didn't want to see
Oh,
me.
okay.
You
Yeah,
know, that kind of
that's
stuff.
That's different. That's not what I'm talking about.
The
That's
fight
different.
setups. That's what my boys watch. Well, they showed me a couple, and then it's like. You get to the park and it's nothing but a bunch of young kids. Nobody's nursing, nobody's a medic, nobody's nothing. And then they fight. And sometimes if they have the gloves, like nobody really gets hurt. Like it's like they time it for 3 years, the one and done.
That's the one I'm talking about. They have the gloves. And
The
stuff.
gloves, and then sometimes they don't though. Sometimes people really out here getting hurt and there's no medic or nobody on standby. And the problem is, for me, is that we think that's okay. We think it's okay to glamorize violence and make it like it's a joke and it's not serious. Even when there are serious, outside of like the stage fights, how many videos do you see with men fighting, women fighting men, men fighting women, and nobody's helping? They're recording and glamorizing it, and they want to hurry up and post it and get the most votes. When somebody's really down there bleeding to death, nobody's helping them. And the sad part is that we're watching it. We've become so desensitized because, and that's why I feel like social media.
For me though, it still makes me cringe. I still cannot watch a person like get
kicked
dogged
in the
out,
face,
like you know what I mean. Like I could watch a fair fight, you know what I mean. I could watch a fight like damn, you know what I mean. But when it's like you say overkill and they dogging them out, like I can't watch it at that point.
I feel like I've been on social media for so long. I can watch it and not feel anything because I've seen it like so many times. You see people get on fights so many times, get killed on camera so many times.
People getting killed on camera too, and
it's just like, oh, okay. It's hard to care because like what can I do?
That you say that.
Yeah, because I feel like what can I do?
Yeah.
That is sad.
It's that, and a lot of people, and it's become so glamorized that a lot of people don't really care to save people because the worse off that person is, and the worse the news story looks after, the more views they get, the more likes they get, the more shares they get, and then they're now addicted. They're constantly checking.
Yeah, social media is an addiction.
Yeah.
Want to see how many likes
it gives
they
you
got.
dopamine.
Right.
Yeah. It gives you dopamine hits every time you get a like, every time you get a message, every time somebody tags you in a photo.
Yeah, that's true.
What about the girls? So how do you feel about the girls with the, showing their bodies and stuff?
How do I feel about girls showing their bodies on social media? I don't know. I don't really think.
Do you think it's okay, or do you think that it's a little bit much?
Do I think it's a little bit much? When girls are underage, I feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
On social media, when girls are underage, I feel uncomfortable.
Right.
A lot of times on social media, there's girls that look way older than they
really are.
Than they really are. Like they'll be 14, like 16, being like, "Oh, I'm sexually liberated," but you're a child.
Right.
You're a teenager. Like you're like a teen. Like if you're 18 and up, then it's like that's your life. But after that, before that, it's like it makes me uncomfortable. No, I don't even have a phone right now.
No, I know what you said. You just lost at the party, so I wanted to know: before that, did you post pictures of, like, selfies of your body and stuff?
I would take pictures, but it wouldn't be like of my body.
No, I mean, that's I mean, like of your body. You know what I mean? Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and I think
I actually wanted to see what y'all felt about Photoshop and how Facetune and all that.
Oh, this is what I don't
and all
like.
that stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
I tell everybody do not filter me because I feel like there's already an issue with people being comfortable in their own skin. That's already a huge problem with me. And then the filters really play into colorism. There's not one filter out there that makes me look my complexion. Every filter makes me look lighter, makes me look gold, makes me look everything but in my divine chocolateness, okay?
Right.
And I don't like that. So I feel like if you're smoothing out blemishes and things like that for a photo ops or whatever, do your thing. But don't make me feel like a filter has to make me look light-skinned for me to look more beautiful, because that's just not the case.
I personally don't use the filters. I think I've used a filter maybe one time. But I want a person to see me and be like, oh,
there's Ashley.
Right.
There's
like,
Samantha,
not
there's
like,
Sakari.
is that Ashley?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
when I took pictures and videos, I try my best. No, I didn't use any filters anyway, because I've seen girls on social media that only use filters. And I heard a story about a lot of girls are trying to make their faces look like how they look on Snapchat filters. They'll go to plastic surgeons and show them a picture with the filter on and like, I want to look like how this filter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad.
Crazy. It gives you a lot of, social media does distort the way you view yourself, and you think you're supposed to be viewed a certain way. You think you're supposed to fit into this standard because everybody else is fitting into this standard, but everybody else is just using filters and using Facetune.
It's like nobody cares about education anymore. Nobody cares about your personality. Nobody cares about your heart and your soul.
Yeah.
They care about what you look, and they want a photo op, and that's driven by social media. They want somebody that looks good on the camera, and a lot of relationships are broken and disrespectful because they never liked you in the first place. They just wanted the photo op. And that's funny that you say that because we talk about plastic surgery all the time.
Yep.
And social media plays in that too. You see,
Yeah.
every image, everybody getting all the likes looks the same. They all have the same.
Yes.
But
They have the
shape.
swim
That
place,
same butt.
BBL, pics done.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all
Everything
it's
done.
all fake.
Yeah.
And even us, like naturally people of color, men and women, we naturally have features that other cultures gravitate towards, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's come to the point where they've taken those
Picking
looks
and
so
choosing,
much,
picking apart
right?
who we are and putting it on
But
themselves.
then the problem is, then we're becoming insecure in, like, people are trying to look like us and we're trying to look like somebody else. Like, I've never seen so many African American women starting to put fillers in their lips, right?
Yeah, no.
Even
most
thick
black
girls.
women get BBLs.
Yeah, they're getting their
That's
butts
because
done.
they feel
like
they're
that's
getting
what they
their
need
hips
to look
done.
like.
That's the new thing. And then not only that, they're trying to compete because now you have, back in the day, black women were known for the big booties.
Right.
But now
Our natural
it's not
shapes.
even the black women no
Yeah.
more. It's all women.
If you can afford it, you can get a
It's
big
all
booty.
women now, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that's sad too, even especially changing your faces, because I think I talked to you about this a few times. Like, you have these women, like, nothing against K. Michelle. You know, what people choose to do with their body is what they choose to do with their body. But if you're planning on, as a man or a woman, if you're planning on being a parent and you're totally altering your appearance, and then what if she ends up having a daughter? How is she going to explain to her daughter that she wasn't beautiful enough?
Especially
She can
if
come
looks
out looking
her,
just
huh?
like the original K. Michelle, who totally changed her face, and now she have to look at her daughter and explain why she wasn't good enough for her. How does that look?
Right.
How does that
Right.
look as a
And
parent?
how does that make the baby feel as a kid? Like, now
Like,
I
I
look
feel
like her.
ugly. Who do I
Now,
look
yeah,
like?
now I need to get a surgery so I can look like the new mama.
Right. So what you gonna do? You gonna take your, 9 to 11, 13-year-old daughter to go have their face done? And then what are you teaching them? Where are the original morals and values? When are we teaching them to love yourself? To love who you are? When do we start doing that?
And there's this thing on TikTok, it's called the BBL effect. And it shows like when people get the BBL, they're like, they're
Their
all
whole
like
thing
that.
changes.
They have like a whole different demeanor about themselves. And it's like a trend.
That is crazy.
Getting plastic surgery. The BBL is the most dangerous surgery.
I
The
know, I
Brazilian
saw
butt
that.
lift.
I saw that.
It has
Dr.
the
Terry was
highest
talking about
death
that.
rate,
Yeah.
but it's the most popular surgery
Don't even
popularized
care.
on social media, especially TikTok.
All about just so you can have somebody give you a like and want to take you to the bedroom.
Right.
Yeah.
And then in the same breath, they're like, don't disrespect me. You thirsty, you this, you that. Well, you did all of these surgeries and all of these things
And
to
that's-
get
thirst
that
trap.
I
attention.
have a problem when they say I did it for myself because I feel like no, you didn't. You did not wake up
Right.
and be like, oh my gosh, like I think I'm gonna just go get my boobs done because I just
Right.
want to. It's just what I want to do. No, you've been socially conditioned to believe that is what you need to do.
And your body is not good enough.
That you're not good enough.
Your body's not attractive. And I feel like I do believe some people can get surgery for themselves, but I feel like the ones that do, you would never know it because they're not promoting it. They don't
Right.
need everybody else to see it and
Right.
like it. They're keeping it between them. I did
Like
this
I
for
can
me.
understand if somebody had like a crooked nose on the
Mhm.
side their whole life and they've always
Right.
hated it, and
Right.
they decide one day like, hey, let me go to the doctor, get this
Get
straightened
this
out
fucked
to
up,
be more
right.
confident in myself. Then whatever.
Yeah, because technically they weren't supposed to be like, that's a defect.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you're correcting a defect, I get that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
Because
totally different.
it's not fair for you to have to walk around with a defect and other people don't, especially if it's a way that it can be fixed. A lot of people have born with birth defects and cleft, palates and things like that, and it's not fair for them to have to live like that. So I understand that, but I've seen so many women who are beautiful who end up, in my opinion, looking worse after than they looked
I think
before.
so. I think a lot of people do.
And those women
especially
still-
with the women that have this plastic surgery addictions, I
They go
always
too
feel
far.
like they look so beautiful before
Uh-huh.
all the
They
plastic
go
surgery
way
they've
too
gotten.
far.
Like they were like beautiful than like average people.
Like
and
I
they
like I've said before, I think it doesn't really work as well women
when
of
you're
color.
already attracted. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it works better on lighter pigmentation or Hispanic and, you know, white people and stuff. I think it actually works better on them.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about plastic surgery?
Yeah, talking about plastic surgery.
I don't think plastic surgery works on anybody because you know Kim K.
I think she's still
Okay.
pretty though.
Kim
Who?
K is beautiful. She
Kim
really
Kardashian?
has a lot of money, so her surgeons are like top notch. But it's like
Here's the
she
thing,
gives a false reality to the young girls that look up
Yes.
to her.
Yes,
well, she gives a super
but-
false reality because I don't know if you guys know this, but Kim K has a media team. She doesn't even post raw pictures. She has a media team that edits her pictures. Even after all that surgery, you still deem it necessary to edit your pictures before you post them.
Wow.
Chloe
Like,
had
that's
an unedited
ridiculous.
picture
Oh,
of her
she
body
went
and
off.
she went off. She
I
got all
remember that.
copyrights of that one
Yes, that
bad
one
picture of
yeah.
herself.
And that's crazy.
That is insane.
But what does that tell you? That tells you that surgery does not take away
they get all these
insecurity.
surgeries, they have
at
all
all.
these
It's
makeup, and they
addiction.
still.
You have all this perfectness and you still won't take a picture without a filter.
That is crazy.
What does that say?
Are
You're still
Photoshop.
not satisfied. And all those people that are getting the BBLs and all that kind of stuff, the butts and all that, they still use filters too. They use airbrushing and Photoshop and everything else because
They're
that
trying to
perfect
achieve this
image
perfect image.
is still not what it looks like in
Right,
real
in real
life.
life.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Now, what are the good things from social media?
What are the good things? Like I said, there's social media can be good. It depends on how you use it and who you follow. There's a lot of accounts on TikTok that promote body positivity and mental health advocacy, and it's really nice, you know. And people that talk about Black culture and all that type of stuff.
Mhm.
So it's about who you follow on there.
Would you agree that positivity is overshadowed by negativity and this false appearance, like how we were talking about, like the booty shaking and the fights and all that kind of stuff? Do you think that overshadows positive things on social media, or do you think it's kind of like taking a turn to where people are more attracted to like?
I think it is overshadowed by negative stuff because negative things get the views.
Yeah.
If you go on YouTube and there's a scandal between two booty gurus, that's gonna get like the most views out of everything for like the whole week.
Right.
So people like the drama.
Mhm.
So
What's one of the main videos that's going around where, oh, you don't have a phone?
no.
So you can't answer that. What about before you lost your phone? What was one of the main videos that was going around before you lost your phone?
One of the main videos?
Yeah. Like the trending video that you saw.
Like the trending videos. There was videos of like, oh, was I written by a man or a woman? So basically there was girls that were listen, if you were conveniently attractive, meaning if you had like big boobs or like long hair, you were written by a man. Or if you were written by a woman, you weren't conventionally attractive, which was basically like the trend.
So like
If there was a book written by you about you, was it by a man or a woman?
Oh, so they're saying that men write from the outside and women write from the inside. So if they make you physically beautiful, exceptional, according to social media, then a man wrote your story. But if you have like an average look, then a woman wrote your story.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
That's another thing to make women insecure.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the whole
right.
trend was just like, it just felt unnecessary. That's how I feel about a lot of TikTok trends that circulate about beauty.
Mhm.
It's just unnecessary. Like, I don't know. I wish I could remember more trends that were just outrageous, didn't make any type of sense.
I think that Craig one was about the dumbest one I've seen.
I think the Cray one was dumb. I think the Tide Pod one was dumb. When they were eating the Tide Pods.
I didn't see that.
Tide Pod, that's why they started locking up Tide detergent.
I can't.
Yeah.
What's wrong with these people?
Just bored and want the likes.
That too, and
There's
some
so
people,
many
but then
challenges.
they were attacking the homeless and attacking the people that were using drugs and paying them $100 to do these type of challenges.
Right. It don't
And
make no sense.
that's cold.
You know what else I don't like that social media is used for? I don't like that social media is used to exploit people. I hate that people, like, are you really helping the homeless to help the homeless if you stick a camera in their face and want to record yourself helping them? And the one that really makes my stomach hurt is teenagers. When they're buying these kids shoes, and it won't even be the teenager that helped the kid. It'll be a kid that they notice is coming to school, doesn't really have a lot of clothes, doesn't really have a lot of shoes, and it'll be another teenager that goes and helps that kid and helps them not get teased and stuff, and then a third party will come and record the whole thing. Like, don't do that.
Just
Don't
do it
bring
from
on-
your heart.
Right, and don't
Not do it for
expose
the
them.
likes.
They don't want. They're already getting ostracized enough and embarrassed and teased and bullied. They don't want to put on mass media and get 1 million likes because you done gave me some shoes. Now everybody's clowning me because my family wasn't in a position to buy me my own shoes.
Right.
Like, I hate that, and that's why when people say, I got in a debate with this on Facebook because there was some people who saying about posting, like, should you post when you help somebody? And I was like, absolutely not. I said, you can tell people to help people and influence people to help people without putting that person's face and name all over social media. Like, that's not right.
Because it kind of feels like they're like, oh, look what I did.
That's
It-
what it
that's
is.
what
I
it
did.
That's what
I
it
did
is.
this for the
Yeah.
community.
That's
I'm
what
helping
it
my
is.
community. You know?
Right, but 2 years when you was begging everybody to borrow money, did you film that?
Right. That
Of
part.
course not.
Right.
And we've
Now,
all
what
been
about
there.
the
I've
people-
been there. We've all struggled. We've all been in situations over time they needed help. We didn't have a camera in our face recording us, so don't record them. Show them the same respect that you wanted to in your private moment when you were going through something.
Right.
Like, I can't.
What about the people that go on social media and go run and tell all their business?
Oh,
Their
my
own
goodness.
business?
Yeah, their own business. Like as soon as like you over here arguing, got family members, or you got disputes with your family or
People.
disputes with your man or your woman, and they go right on the Facebook and throw subs and say little stuff, and or put, not even throw subs, just air it all out.
So you
People
know,
on social media love people like that.
and you know
Tell
why I
me
like
your
it too?
business.
Uh-huh.
You know why I like it too? Because you know what you look like? Remember when that it was a fad going around where people was doing their makeup, but they was making a clown?
Yeah.
That's exactly what you
they
look like, a clown.
Right.
They even had a clown filter for that because people were really putting their business out there and then having these lovey-dovey pictures with the person we
Right
know that
after.
they were talking
Right,
about.
right
2
after.
days later,
And
you
then we
back
get back
in
on
it,
there
like,
again, but we get
hey.
right back on it again with the same stuff. And then
A
you
couple
got the
days
people
later.
coming in talking about, well, damn, just leave them already. You know, the
Yeah.
people in the comments just eat you
And
up.
they be like, mind your business.
No,
First
girl.
of all, I'm on season 2,
Yo,
episode
lie.
4 of your bullshit. Like, come on now.
She said season 2 episode
that
4.
part. Real shit, though.
Yes.
And they put it out there. You know what bothers me too, though? And I know a lot of people do that, and it irritates my spirit. I hate when people be like, I'm not going to tell you what's wrong, but pray for me.
Oh,
No.
yeah. Right. Let me pray for you the right way. If I'ma
Right?
pray,
I don't even
yeah.
know what I'm praying for.
Right,
For one.
Right. Hold
Or
on.
then they'll say, oh my God, I'm having the worst day. Oh my God, I'm having the worst day. And so you want to
tell
be
them,
like, what's
you
wrong?
everything okay?
And they're
just
like, I
silent.
don't want to talk
I
about
know,
it.
they
Well,
don't
why
even
you put it on
respond.
social
Or they won't
media?
even respond.
You
You
know
know, you have
those-
all these comments and not one response.
That is the
You know
worst.
those people on social media that make a post like, I'm gonna be off of social media for a minute. I need
Yeah.
a break for myself and I can't deal with it. And then they be on there 2 days later.
Like
this. First of all,
They
if
made it
you
all
really
dramatic.
if you really exiting, why you telling
Why you
everybody?
letting everybody
Right,
know?
just leave.
Hey guys, I gotta really work on myself, so I'm gonna be not on for a while. Like, so if you don't see me, girl, bye.
Hey
Boy,
guys,
bye.
I'm back.
If
y'all
y'all really
girls
are
do
going
it.
through something, you would just go.
Right.
Oh my gosh, and I am not meaning to offend anybody, but I am meaning to offend people at the same time.
Sorry, not
Stop. Sorry, not sorry. Stop posting pictures of yourself in the midst of a tragedy, in the ICU, in the hospital, in the this, in the whatever's
This is
going
what
on that's
kills
super
me.
tragic. Do not post it. How can you be feeling that bad, but still get that Wi-Fi from that nurse at the hospital to post a picture of you in the bed? You got people in there taking pictures with you and everything else. And stop doing that to your family members that are not in the right state of mind enough to have approved you to put
do
them
that
on
on
social
camera.
media like that.
Or when I can't stand is where they got just the tears.
That is so true. Oh my
Like, come on,
god!
y'all kidding me right now? Go get some
No.
goddamn tissue and come back and
Yeah.
you know, like why are you taking time to take a picture of your tears?
Oh my God.
I never understood
You can't
people
be
who cry on
feeling
social
that.
You are
media.
not why? We,
Who
I
post
mean,
themselves crying.
I've seen it so
I-
many
if I'm-
times.
Oh
If
my
I'm
god,
upset,
I'm
crying,
so sad. Hold on.
Even the celebrities
Wait
was
a
doing
minute.
it. When
Boomerang.
Kobe died, it was like, come on.
Boomerang.
Where's
My tears.
Wait, can you see my tears?
And you know,
Wait, let me see.
you
Can
know
you
what's
see
the
my
worst
tears?
part is, you know that they went through the picture. They took like 30
Yeah,
pictures
to make
before
sure
they
they
found
got
one
the
that
good
they
one,
liked.
right?
Yeah.
Man, I can't
Girl,
stand
I
that.
can't. Why are you even doing that?
Oh my god, I couldn't.
That's-
When I'm crying in a bad mood, the last thing I'm thinking about is taking a picture or video of myself.
I don't even want to tell you. I don't even want to talk to nobody. Leave me
I don't
alone.
even know.
I cry in silence by
I cry-
myself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm
my
the
kids
same
tell me all the
way.
time, like, Mama, I don't never see you cry.
And you know
I'm
what
crying
though? But
by
that's
myself.
why that's sad though. And that's why a lot of people are going through
I
depression.
prefer to cry by myself.
Well, no.
though.
What
I
I'm saying
prefer.
is, no. What I mean,
Yeah.
let me,
Okay, go.
Ashley.
Okay,
Ashley.
I'm sorry. Tamika.
This is about to go down. We about to have
Oh
a
my
meeting
God.
tonight. We about to get the likes. No, what I mean by that is because so many people post their business and their trauma and their anxieties and stuff on social media. Nobody checks on anybody anymore. There's no more personal relationships. So it's like people really be down, depressed, and sad and going through things. And instead of us calling, have you ever seen even on social media, instead of us calling people, we'll know that something's wrong and we'll still post on social media like, I'm here if you need me. No, at that
Right.
point, you need to pick up the
Right.
phone and call. If you're not seeing somebody, call them and make sure they're okay. I haven't heard from you in a while. That's why we got to get back to personal, intimate relationships. Like, people don't even know how to treat each other anymore because everything is media.
That's
Nobody's
sad.
having real conversations.
Text messaging.
Right. Oh, I don't know.
Let me see.
Gen Z?
Now you got me confused.
What generation am I? Baby boomer, Gen Z,
We
or
could Google it. Want to?
Probably Gen X, maybe?
You can Google it.
I was just gonna say, like, people say that we're like the loneliest generation.
Oh,
I
I agree
agree
with
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 that.
social
that.
media.
I totally believe
I
that.
agree with that.
Because you know when we
My
were younger,
generation, we're like, they say we're the loneliest generation.
and it's the
Yeah,
truth.
it's the
Because
truth.
when we were younger, we didn't have phones and stuff like that. We had pagers. As we got, you know,
Barely,
getting
high
older,
school.
but then you know what I mean. Then we had to go to the payphone and call that person, to make
Because
sure they was
having
there.
a phone eliminates really you having to interact with people or make relationships
to
with people.
even date. Like we could walk. What we used to do, I'm gonna be honest with you. What we used to do when we was kids, as we get dressed, go outside, walk, and you gonna end up meeting people. Just walking around, people gonna be over here barbecuing. You go to the park, people gonna be up here hanging out at the park. They're gonna be playing dominoes. They're gonna be doing this, and we'll just go. You meet some people just from just getting dressed and going outside and meeting people and socializing. You guys don't even know how to strike a
Do that.
conversation with people.
Yeah.
It's all awkward and I don't know her.
And when we were
Yeah.
young,
You know?
us and our friends, like, we skated. We had bikes.
Go to the
We
skating
played
yard.
basketball. We had the big brothers and the dads out there
Mhm.
playing, being the quarterback while we playing football. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
a tomboy. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah,
Playing
she
football.
was playing football because I don't play football.
Yeah, but all of the kids, we would play tag.
yeah, tie tag, hide and go
seek,
see,
hide and go
hide
get
and
it,
go
other
get it.
thing.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like
kissing only on the cheek.
you
Okay.
have all a group of your personal friends that you all hung outside. Like
Yeah.
everybody was at this house, everybody was at that house, or you was really just outside all night,
It's not
especially in
the
the
same
summer.
anymore.
You had a
No.
candy man in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
you had to
Candyman,
leave
yeah.
somebody. Daddy was
Mhm.
selling
Kept
candy.
selling the chili Fritos.
Mhm.
You know the
Everything
little,
like that.
the little ices and stuff.
We knew how to have fun. We were never bored.
Yeah.
We were never bored because we knew if we said we was bored, your mom was gonna tell you to go clean up something.
Yeah, you
Well-
bored? I give you something to do. You know, get dressed. I mean, go home, change your clothes, get in your school clothes,
Yeah.
finish your homework, and then
Yeah.
you go outside and play.
Yeah. I feel like when I was bored, I would just go on my phone, and I'm not bored no more. I feel like social media and like internet
See, we
eliminates
didn't
you
have
being
that.
bored, but that's
Right.
not really a good thing.
No, it's terrible.
But it's really filling your head up with stuff. Half the stuff is toxic.
And then
Yeah.
y'all gonna have all this carpal tunnel, arthritis. Your eyes gonna be bad. Y'all
I
ain't gonna be able to hear good
100%
because
know I'm gonna have eye problems in
iPods
the
are
future.
so loud
Yeah.
in your ear. Huh?
I said I 100% know I'm gonna have eye problems in the future. Because especially when I was like 13 and 14, I had my phone like this close to my face all night.
Yeah. And
No
that
breaks.
your wrist ain't hurting yet?
No
with
breaks.
All that
A
scrolling?
little bit, maybe.
Uh-huh.
You need to work
And
that
they
out.
be gone like
Girl,
rapid
I
attack.
like,
what do y'all
I
think
know, but
about-
still.
Online dating.
You know, we had a conversation about this on a couple of episodes before. She personally don't think it's cool. But
I personally like personal interaction because I think even when you meet somebody online, until you meet them in person, you don't know what that chemistry is. However, I did say that some people need online because some people are busy, they don't have time, they're not putting themselves in situations to meet people and stuff like that. And I know a lot of people in successful marriages that met online.
yeah, I do too. You know,
Yeah,
I
but
do
Me
too.
personally, I need you right here in my face, bro. Like, I'm only gonna talk to you a couple times before we gotta see each other because
Yeah.
first thing, catfish, okay, that's big right now. Weirdos is big right now. Giving false information is really big right now.
But that can also happen with a person that you meet in person.
It's
you know,
less,
you can
it's
meet a
less
person,
likely to happen in person.
But listen,
I
look,
feel like
it's go
'Cause
ahead. Let me say
Only
something
because
really quick.
there's real men and women acting like I can be acting like a man online. If I meet you in person, you ain't gonna be able to look like you and
Yeah,
tell
but
me
see,
your name is
But here's
Danny.
the thing, though. Now,
You know what I mean?
But
Like,
no, but the thing is, now that was before we had FaceTime and all that other stuff. Because now
but a lot
you're
of people
able.
meet online are not FaceTime.
Well, then
they're not
that's
showing
that's a
that's
no
their
go.
problem.
That's a no go. If you're not
Not
gonna
really a
FaceTime, then that's a no go. But I'm saying now you could at least FaceTime. I feel like it's a screening.
What if
almost.
their phone always broke like yours?
Girl, my phone ain't broke.
Your phone always raggedy. You can't even listen.
Ah, wait a minute, hold the fuck
How many
up.
times
Hold
would it
up,
have
y'all.
Zoom?
Excuse me.
How many times would it have Zoom and all kind of
And
stuff?
I've
And
been
you
in
gotta
every
log off
meeting.
and log back
Girl,
in.
well, y'all
I
be
can't
out
hear
here
nothing. I'm about to.
Girl,
you know,
That
boy.
seems like a Wi-Fi issue, but
There ain't no Wi-Fi.
It's her
issue.
phone. Her
Ain't no
phone is
Wi-Fi
raggedy.
issue, girl. She want to talk shit, girl.
Okay, my bad. I jumped a little off topic, but I be getting emotional.
but yeah, I
with
feel
that.
like it was easier to date and like
I don't appreciate that.
Listen,
Anywho,
it makes it
back to the
hard.
story.
Like, I can't
the
even send
story.
you pictures and stuff, right? Because you ain't gonna get them. I've been sending you graphics for the show and all that. You ain't gonna get it. You
I
don't
get
get the
them. I got
text.
them.
All right,
Go
sorry.
ahead, Sakari.
Back to what you were
Now
talking
she
about.
done pissed
Online
me the hell
dating.
off.
okay, yeah, I was talking about online dating with Tinder. It's kind of harder to meet people in person during this new era of technology, and
Got the
Yeah.
baby all uptight. I'm sorry.
Do you
girl.
agree with this?
do I agree with it? Sometimes it feels like, I don't know, you don't have that many options after a while.
I feel like it's
Especially-
almost a screening. Like you could kind of screen and weed out some
Yeah,
of the ones.
on
Like depending
Tinder,
on what
you
you
can
like
just
to
be
do.
like, you can look at his face. There's like a thing right there with his name and the age.
Swipe.
Swipe.
But see, that's
swipe,
my problem though. Like you
So-
fucking your blessing just swiping through profile.
You don't get
Yeah,
to
but
Yeah.
don't you get
And
to see?
a lot
Don't
of
you get to
people-
see like what they like to do?
No, on
And
Tinder
the
it's
stuff?
just the swipe first though. It's just like the yes no. You click yes no.
But it don't say
No,
nothing
it does
about
have a
them.
profile. Yeah, it does say something.
After you decide if you're attracted to them or not, or you gotta click on it right and to
Yeah,
get
you
in
can
there.
click on it and then read their profile so you can
Before
read
you
things
swipe.
about them. Yeah. But I feel like it's kind of odd, but
I don't
I
feel
don't
like
know.
a lot of people look the same anyway. So like a picture swipe ain't nothing. You got people who really aren't into social media like that and really aren't photogenic, and you'll see them in person and you be like, okay. And then you got people that take a picture and you see them in person and be like, okay.
For instance, my
You know
mom.
what I
You know,
mean?
for
Like-
instance, my mom. You know, that's where she met her man. She met her man on. I think
Don't
it's
say
called-
Christian Mingle. I'm a
No, it's not that. I think it's Senior People Meet or something like that.
Oh,
Right, but-
your mom though, I'm surprised she got on that one because your mom look good. Like she young.
But her man is a little bit younger than her. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
okay.
You know, my mom, she's dated younger a
Mhm.
couple times or whatever. But so she got on there. She met him, and I actually selected him.
Oh,
I'm the one that picked him because of the things that he liked to do. Is that he liked, cannabis. He liked a couple of things that she
They have in
liked,
common.
and they live in the same city. And I'm like, he looked cool. You know what I mean? He
Mhm.
looked cool, right? So I picked him, and they ended up going on a date. But when I took him to meet, so I dropped.
Be safe, that's your mom.
I just took him to meet. They went and had, I want to say lunch at one of the little restaurants, somewhere in Moreno Valley.
Mhm.
And when he came, I was like, well, damn. Shit, he looked way better in person.
Right? And originally
He's a
that
very
might
nice
be the person
looking
you'll
man.
swipe.
Yeah,
You know what I
very
mean?
nice looking man. And girl, they've been together, what, 4 or 5 years now?
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, I mean, we can have a conversation, like I said, but we're gonna have to meet like within the first couple of days. I don't waste
Yeah.
my time.
At
like,
least FaceTime.
coffee,
At least
nah,
FaceTime.
coffee shop. I need to see the whole.
Yeah.
I don't want to see your face right here in the frame. Like, I need to see the whole.
Yeah,
everything
because it's
that's
a
going
difference from when
on.
you
Yeah.
can see a person's body standing up, sitting down. You know.
I don't want the BS. Like, I gotta make sure, like, you cool. I gotta make sure we have a vibe, an energy, a chemistry in
That's
person.
my thing about it. I want to get to know who you are as a person. I don't want to just judge you based off that picture that you took or your
Right.
appearance. I want to get to know you.
So do
Right.
you think it's better to meet people in person rather than online?
Yeah, but it's kind of harder to meet people in person.
Especially with this COVID.
Yeah.
And then with this mask on too, you might, I mean, if you, depending on if you know, you take that mask off, you be like, ooh, he was cuter with the mask up.
No, it'd be like that though. But I think for her age though, I think it might be easier for you to meet people in person than probably me, because I did notice now that people are going to skating rings, they are hanging out at malls, they are hanging out, they're getting back outside. So even though they're on social media, but the problem is though, they still have this idea in their mind about what they have this false image like.
My problem with social media is it's hard for me to interact with people or know how to interact with people
Right,
because I've been
because you
interacting
don't
with people
so-
through a
on
screen
social-
for so long. That's why it's hard for me
Yeah.
to meet people in person or connect with people in person. I want to, but I have those pullbacks.
Because it feel awkward, huh?
Yeah.
It almost gives you like a social anxiety almost, because it's like I've never talked to nobody in person, and like I haven't met nobody in person for the last year. How does that look for me stepping outside and all of a sudden, especially if you're not working and stuff like that, like you're not interacting with people at all.
Right.
So now I'm just supposed to go, and then people are so weird in person. Like you don't know how they're gonna receive even a hello or a what's up. To where now you my whole self-esteem done got shut down because I done said hi and you done curved your nose at me, and I was just trying to tell you had a booger in your nose. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like it's weird like that. It is weird. So I could get that.
Okay, so have you ever met somebody on Facebook or Instagram? Because that's, I mean, even though it's not an actual dating site.
Complete transparency. I done met people everywhere. On
No,
dating
that's not-
sites, on social media, on
okay.
everything.
Oh, so you have.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how I know
Oh.
it's not for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I base my facts off experience. My facts for me though. These ain't everybody facts. These are my facts for me. I've done it and it's not for me.
How about how social media takes you out of the moment and it wastes your time?
Oh yeah.
I think like what? Elaborate a little bit.
Takes you out of the moment. Let's say you're watching a sunset and it's super beautiful, but the only thing in your mind is you getting a good picture of that sunset rather
Miss the moment.
than
Right.
actually viewing the sunset. And wasting your time would be, there was a lot of times I was on social
That is
media.
a good point, Sakari.
Yeah.
That is
I
a
would
good point.
also go to my screen time and I was like, I've been on my phone for 8 hours today.
Oh, because it could tell you all
'cause you
that
could
stuff.
check.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Mine
it's
should be
like
kind of low.
mine used to be really, really high, and I'd be surprised like how much time I just wasted on social media. And it does take you out of the moment because instead of being where you are where you're at, you're just on your phone.
Yeah.
And I think it has a big impact on family and friends, and I've expressed sadly Sakari's had to witness some of my frustrations with this, but we'll be having family moments, we'll be at the beach or something like that, and people would just be on their phones, separating themselves from the
Not even
interactions.
mingling.
And I've been
Yeah.
guilty of it too, because I'm a moment creator. You know, I've suffered a lot of losses, and I don't feel like I've had enough family moments with my family. So I take a lot of pictures, I take a lot of video,
But
and
that's
stuff too. And
different.
Because you want to capture the moment.
Capture
Because
that
when
moment.
you re-look at the picture, it does bring you joy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a picture whore too. Like I take pictures everywhere I go.
Right, and so I feel like too, like I get frustrated too, because I'm like, here we are around each other. All of us haven't been around each other in years, and everybody wants to do their own. Everybody's so used to being, like you said, alone by
It feels
themselves
like a
with their phone.
disconnect.
Yeah, it's like we're all in
People
the
are
same
worried
place.
about different things.
We're all in the same place, but we're not together. You
But
know
really,
what I mean?
how hard is it to take a couple of pictures and put your phone back up? Like, really?
Well, what I'm saying is people be scrolling.
I
You know,
know,
like
I know,
everybody will be
that's-
in their own world like this and stuff like that, and it's like, people's posts are not going anywhere. Your news
Right.
feed is not going
Yeah,
anywhere.
you can look at that when
We're
you
only
get
gonna
home.
be here for a couple hours. We really don't know each other individually
And
as a
personally,
family.
me, I feel like I've lost a lot of moments and time due to social media, and it's only brought me self-esteem issues. Like I don't. There hasn't been like a lot of positives I have from social media.
That's sad, and I bet a lot of people your age
Well,
probably
you know-
feel like that too.
you know
There's probably
why?
a lot of people
Because-
that can relate to that.
I feel like in social media, even when you try to look for the happy stuff and the nice stuff and things like that, when you go to the search or explore on any platform, it always has the BS first. It always has the BS. It never has, like, they're supposed to have an algorithm that shows you the things that you like and the content you like, but it's always throwing the BS, always throwing the beautiful, socially beautiful, because some of them girls is, you know, boys, men, everybody teach its own. I'm not gonna call nobody ugly, but I'm just saying, like, they want to force this imagery, and that's what I talk about when I talk about it. Works like desensitizing. If you keep showing me murders, heads, decapitations, it's not gonna affect me anymore. It still does for me because I think different, but it's not gonna affect me no more. If I keep seeing the same body image over and over and over and over and over, if I'm younger, I'm gonna start thinking that that's the only thing that's beautiful.
Yeah, they're getting the most likes. I
Yeah.
want to be that.
I'm not beautiful.
You want them likes.
everybody,
you want the people to like.
I want the attention. I want the positive
right.
affirmation.
Everybody like that is beautiful, and then a girl like me has 23 likes,
Yeah.
right? So luckily for me, I'm older. I don't really care about a lot of things, and what people think
Right.
about me is one
Right.
of them. However, I can't say the same for a lot of these young girls who are looking, because we always talk to them about having good mentors, having good role models, and things like that. But then the people that are the good role models and the mentors are this image. Well, if everybody likes that, that must be what I'm supposed to be. That must be what I'm supposed to model my life after. I've never seen so many Instagram models in my life.
I'm telling
Everybody
you.
wants perfection.
And it's men and women. A
Yeah,
lot of
men
men
and
are feeling
women.
self-conscious
But we
too.
all know that most of them are fake. Most of them are filtered. It's not even real. You
But
a
for
real
kids,
girl.
but
you
for
know what
kids,
I mean?
they don't know that. They feel like they have to be fake and
I
filtered
know,
because they
but
feel
it's-
like that's
And I
the
feel
only
like
thing that's
now
accepted.
that's like really scary. It's like plastic surgery is like normalized now.
Oh yeah, this
Did
the
you
new
guys see
thing.
that
That's the new
video
wave.
of the people coming from Miami? They all had
Yeah.
wheelchair escorts. You saw that?
Yeah.
They were all coming from Miami from surgeries. They all had escorts in the line wrapped around the whole airport during COVID.
All of them
Girl,
had a
they
video.
been my people
All
in Miami. They've
BBLs
been
and
wearing,
tummy
they've been wearing
tucks.
booty pads from way back when. I remember going to
Whoa.
to Miami.
No, but these is
back,
out of state.
out-
These were people flying
going
out.
to here, Dr. Miami.
They were leaving though.
That's
Like-
a shame. No, I was in the car in you know, in Miami in traffic, and somebody came and did like that, popped the booty pad on the window.
No.
Swear to God, and it was like, this is they talk about this what all the women out here wear.
Oh,
I'm
that's
like, wow.
And it,
That
just
was the
looks,
first
it looks so
one.
unnatural. It's like
Sounds
people
good.
can't even tell. Like it looks so unnatural, people can't even tell. Like it's like they don't even care no more. It's just like to me.
No,
It
they don't
reminds
care.
me.
You
It
don't know
reminds
it's
me of
fake.
hair. It reminds me of hair. Because it used to be taboo to wear wigs and stuff, right?
Mhm.
You
Girl,
would want it
please.
to look natural and everything
Everybody
like
got the lace
Now,
fronts
they
popping
don't-
And, they
out.
want you to
No.
know. And it's not a secret. See, back then
Yeah.
it was you don't. Oh,
Which-
God forbid you wear wigs.
Which
you
don't
know
get
what
me
I'm saying?
wrong,
But
it's just so it feels like it takes like a phase, right? It feels like it goes from an acceptance to okay, we accept that, that's you, do you, to oh, it's mandatory, you have to do this to be accepted.
right.
So it's like it goes from not accepted to accepted to you're not accepted if you don't, and that's sad.
One of the pros of social media, this new age, the natural hair movement,
Oh yeah,
the Me
that's
Too
true.
movement.
I don't know about the Me Too movement.
The natural hair
I
movement
do.
have normalized our hair.
Oh, yeah.
And I love
Blackness.
it.
And
I
made it
love
beautiful.
I love that.
You look up hashtags, you know, BLM, natural hair. You
Yeah.
see a lot of more representation. That's
I
a
love that.
positive.
And you know what else
And
has
like the
become more
braids, the
acceptance too?
beads, the locks,
the
afros.
bigger women, the BB.
Oh,
Yeah,
BBBs.
that's what I'm talking
What
about.
is it?
Body
Is it
positivity.
BBBs? Is it black beautiful? What is it?
BBWs?
BBWs.
Yeah,
That's it.
BBWs.
Yeah. See,
Well, I was not thinking real hard.
I was
Like,
like,
I should
wait.
know this.
Yeah, I should too. I was trying to think of the Drake song.
Yeah, because I'm fluffy, and you see my, you know,
You
girls
know what I
look
mean?
like
But that
me,
is something that, you
like-
know, it-
What's
What
that
has become-
singer that's pop tart, that's plus size?
Lizzo?
Lizzo.
Mhm.
She's a big body positive person.
Yeah, she is.
She's
Yeah.
vegan. I love her lifestyle. I used to follow her. Inspiring.
Yeah, I love that Lizzo's body positive. I do feel like she had a couple of moments though that I felt like society. I felt like she let society get to her.
I felt like
she let society make her a little insecure. So she felt like she had to overdo, like when she went to the NBA
That's what I
game
felt like
with
she was doing
her
too
booty
much.
out and all that. Family.
And it was unnecessary for you to do all
so
that.
You're
already beautiful.
We already love you.
Right.
You know? Stop thinking you have to fall. Don't let social media put you into a state where you feel like you have to be this extra overly.
Right.
You know?
Yes.
Because on her TikTok account, she would shake her booty a lot, and people have problems with it, but I never did.
But see, when she was doing all that, it was good. But then when she started doing the most, like when she was on, I think she was on Tory Lane's live one time. Did you see that? And she told me, "Oh, I don't have no panties on." Like, why are you even saying that?
She said that.
It's almost like you can't say you're secure.
Do all that.
You can't say you're secure when you're like these women of all sizes seeking validation, seeking the likes, trying to see what's begging for a reaction. You know, and so it's like we want to believe you, and we love that you're trying to find your positive body positivity. However, when you express it like that, it seems like you need validation still, and it seems like maybe you do still have some self-esteem issues. I don't have to flaunt my ass and tell you I don't have drawers on to know that I love myself and I'm confident with who I am.
And it was a shake your ass type.
And I wouldn't.
You know what I mean? It was, you get on there, shake it, do your little shit. And it's like,
but it's
girl,
like
you already
what?
up there anyway. So what you doing it for though? My thing was like, girl, you already up here.
Yeah.
So what are you even going on his live to do that for?
Right. So if you tell me what I have to offer, it's never gonna be ass shaking and big boobs, right? It's gonna be my personality. It's gonna be what I bring to the table, my drive, my motivation. It's gonna
but
be
I feel like
things.
Megan Thee Stallion do the same thing. Nobody be
I
giving her
like
stuff.
Meg though. I like Meg.
See,
Megan,
you say you like Meg.
I do.
No, Megan went through it.
I like
Megan.
Meg.
Been getting dogged out. They dogged her out bad for being a college.
I'm saying.
Yeah, she got dogged.
And she be shaking her booty, be
she do.
doing all type of sexual stuff. You know what I mean?
And she got
but
drugged
people still
too.
love her.
Well, no. I'm saying Megan got drugged. She got talked about bad.
But she still gets talked about.
Yeah, and
but I can't lie, I do like. I'm sorry.
But my thing is,
I like Megan too.
I love Megan. I like Cardi B especially. I love me some Cardi B. And I love Lizzo too. My thing was just the only thing I didn't respect about Lizzo is her actions at like the NBA game and stuff like that. You've never seen Megan or Rihanna or anybody else that she tried to compare herself to do what she did there. So it wasn't even the outfit that she wore, but she got up twerking, going all crazy during the halftime show. Everybody, little kids there and stuff like that. So I feel like it's the time and the place.
It's because when Megan does
because
that, Megan's performing.
Well, no, what I'm saying is if a man was at an NBA show and got out and started shaking his, he's going to jail. He's getting pedophile charges.
Yeah, he's getting. I'm about to say, he's.
So we can't have that double standard.
Registering as a sex offender.
Exactly. So if a man can't be out there at the NBA game shaking his penis in his drawers, then a woman shouldn't be out there shaking her twat in them. That's all I'm saying.
Period.
Oh Lord, so yeah, that was good stuff. Good stuff, guys. You guys are awesome. Ashley got on my nerves a little bit. We got it back. We came back together.
I don't care.
So do you guys have anything else? I feel like this is loaded. I feel like we could do a lot of spin-offs on this because it's a lot to cover in a small amount of time.
Would you have anything that you want to close out with?
I wanted to close out with something. I can't really remember, but let me see.
I will say I know personally that Sakari is really big on body positivity and she is a phenomenal artist.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you guys, what did y'all think about how people say that being body positive, especially with the plus size girls, how it's promoting unhealthy lifestyle?
I think that's fake news. Because an unhealthy lifestyle deals with diet and nutrition and what you're putting into your body. It doesn't deal with the size of it. So I can take you, like right now, I'm considered obese. I'm 5'3", I'm about 161 right now, and I'm considered obese, right? But when I go to my physicals, I don't have high cholesterol, I don't have diabetes, my diet is good, I cook a lot at home, I don't drink soda, I don't do any of these things. So I'm super healthy.
And your breasts are very heavy too.
Yeah.
You know what? My breasts ain't got nothing to do.
Yes, it
My
do.
breasts be coming up all this fluffy, all this.
But
you
what
know?
I'm saying is that gives you a lot of extra pounds. Is what I'm saying. So
right,
that's why
but
you're not
I said that to say it'll be somebody that's 5'3" that is at 110, which is considered the healthy weight, that is diabetic, has high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and everything else. So stop thinking that your weight is gonna make you healthy
healthy
at all.
At
Right,
all.
not even a little bit. They be malnutrition, like malnourished, everything.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here fluffy and healthy. Y'all want to
Floating
play?
around.
Y'all want some sea moss?
drinking juice and eating potato chips all day. That's
That
how you
part.
know.
Soda, drinking soda all day. So yeah, I agree with
That's
you
a
on
hard
that.
one. I go.
I
back
don't
and forth with
believe-
that soda. It's hard.
Yeah, but I agree with you. I do not. Well, I don't know if
You
agree with me or
cannot
not.
determine someone's health by the size of their body.
Oh,
At
hell
all.
no.
At all.
Absolutely not.
Now, we're not talking about morbidly obese, but I feel like even with that, you have to be careful because a lot of people have thyroid issues and health issues where you think they're not healthy, but really it's just like a mass that has developed because of other underlying issues that have nothing to do with their weight or what they ate. So those assumptions gotta stop.
Cool.
So Sakari, back to Sakari. She is an amazing artist. She does really good makeup, and I love that her art, particularly her abstract art, but mostly her body positivity art. She does a lot of figures of women and images that are small and big, very small and very big, because sadly in this day and age, if you're really small, you're getting harassed like people who used to be really big do. Like you're getting talked about for being too skinny and things like that. So that's really sad.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I want to say that body, what is it? Body
Shaming.
image is a trend.
Yeah.
Right? Like in the 2000s, being super skinny was a trend. Now in like
Being super
2020,
big,
being
right.
big is the trend. And trends change.
Yeah.
And you might not fit into the beauty standard now, but maybe in a couple years' time you will.
Yeah,
That is so true.
that's very true.
That is so true.
So just love your skin to end. Let's make being in the skin you're in with no filters become a trend. Let's trend that.
Be authentic. Don't be like everybody else on
Okay,
social
18
media.
dropping them
right.
jewels.
That's real.
Okay.
Say be you.
Be authentic. Yeah.
Like it. Love it.
Well, that's what I have. As always, it's been a pleasure. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. Again, we urge you to
Like, subscribe, follow, share.
yes, and call us, DM us, message us, write your comments, everything.
Live
And-
chat on Mondays at 8 o'clock.
Yes, and let us know. That way we can do whatever we need to do. We can post your comments, interact, give you feedback, everything, whole conversation. So it's been great. Mouth So Reckless.
Mouse so reckless.
Also reckless.